Hey guys, welcome back to Shantae, Risky's Revenge. In the last part, we talked to Mr. Ammo Baron, who will no longer be important after this point, but will be important next game, so remember that for later, I guess. And in this part, we're going to Lewis's favorite dungeon in the game, the Battle Tower. Oh boy.
You know, I can't even call it a dungeon. Like it's
It's
just
really not.
it's
It's a
it's
gauntlet.
it's a straight line that zigzags and you fight. It's a Final Fantasy 13 dungeon, okay? Except even more linear.
They reduced the hit points for these sand golems in Director's Cut as well.
Ah,
They don't take nearly as many hits to kill.
that's good because these areas are kind of a pain in the ass to get through without getting hit.
Yeah,
It's
not
like
as
so
bad, not as bad as the beach levels, but a close second place, easily.
It's just like there are all these places where you have to jump over one enemy and land on a small platform with an enemy that's already there, and like your only way of clearing the way is to actually land on the platform and whip at them. Or I suppose
Yeah,
you could use the fireball if you wanted to take a few seconds to go into your menu and switch spells, but why would you?
yeah, honestly, because I feel like I can get more than enough gems in dungeons. Not so much Battle Tower, but the third dungeon. I often switch to the monkey form just to jump over and avoid enemies because I don't have time for this.
I'm just used. Oh, I love Barracuda Joe. He's great. But I really like the characters in this game, but I think that they're written a lot better in Pirate's Curse. But speaking of gems, the Battle Tower does give you plenty of money, so it's not a
Yeah.
bad place to grind if you enjoy fighting things, I guess.
Yeah, it's just this would be totally fine by me if it were not a mandatory dungeon that you had to go through. If it weren't sitting in the place of what I expected to be, a platforming and exploration challenge,
Well,
rather than
to be perfectly honest, it probably was just a minigame area at first, and then they made it a dungeon later on, I think.
Yeah,
Because I don't.
I was shocked. I was shocked when I finished this area and I got another seal. I was like, "Whoa, wait, that's it?"
aren't I supposed to be fighting bosses for these things?
Yeah, I think I don't know much about the development of Risky's Revenge, but I would not be surprised if it was if it was shorter, if it was like cut early, or they had to stitch things together because the DSiWare probably has an even smaller file size limit than the
Ah,
WiiWare.
man.
Jesus Christ. So, it's just I'd really like to hear more about the development of this game in general, basically.
Well, I have a wiki article right here. It's really short. I mentioned Shantae Advanced.
Yeah,
I
Shantae
think
and
the front row.
I believe when they were doing the Kickstarter for Half Genie Hero, they actually showed off the demo room they made for Shantae Advance. Basically, it was back in those days, like I think also in these days too, because they're an independent studio, they would make like this little demo room to send to publishers. So it's just like this is our game. Will you please give us money so that we can finish it? And they showed some of that on a live stream while they were hyping up the Half Genie Hero Kickstarter, and that was pretty cool.
Yeah, it was planned to have 8 chapters of gameplay, split over 7 towns, 6 islands, and 6 labyrinths.
What?
It's like double the size of Risky's Revenge as it is.
Advance or this game?
This game, yeah,
Yeah.
because like break it down, Risky's Revenge only has 3 dungeons.
Yeah.
I don't really count the final area because that's just one swimming section and that's it.
No,
Boss time.
that's a Gradius area.
Yeah. Shantae Advance was originally supposed to be like twice the size of Risky's Revenge.
Yeah.
And I don't know whether or not it's because they couldn't find a publisher, or maybe they just couldn't find anybody, to say, okay, yeah, we can make this. But yeah, I think they just compromised, made it shorter so that you don't lose much should people not like it.
Yeah, and then they put it on the DSiWare because I believe
Yeah.
Mighty Flip Champs came out before Shantae's Risky's Revenge on the DSiWare, and people liked it. Like it's a good puzzle game. I'd recommend checking it out. I believe there's a PSP version too. So yeah, it's worth a shot. I might have to do it for the channel one day if we ever really run out of stuff to do. um,
It is just very jarring, though. I'd imagine people who played the original Shantae like the game, and then go to the sequel, which looks gorgeous. It's so much better in terms of animation and detail, sound, but find out that it's like half the length of the original Shantae.
I'd say it's actually I don't
No, it's definitely not as long as the original Shantae.
well in terms of parts it's about the same length, but I do a lot of it.
Well,
The game's also a
well,
lot longer if you go for 100% because you have to backtrack so much.
True enough.
Yeah, it's just, games that have to make these kind of design compromises, it's always glaringly obvious that something is missing. Like, Devil May Cry 4 is, like, my go-to example for that kind of thing. It's like, you've got Dante, and he's like, the most versatile powerhouse you've ever played as in any video game ever, and then he has no levels or bosses of his own. And it's like what the hell happened here?
I think Pirate's Curse is an amazing game on its own, but I think it's also amazing in the sense that you finally see a Shantae game fully realized. It's just like
you finally get that perfect full length experience with all the looks.
What she doesn't have her genie powers. Because I'm gonna say it right here and now. I really should say this for Pirate's Curse. I didn't miss the dancing when I went to Pirate's Curse. I love the pirate weapons, the gun, the hat, the scimitar. Hat Genie Hero is gonna go back to traditional Shantae gameplay, but I'm gonna miss the weapons, or at least I hope they still have them. If not for Shantae, then at least Risky.
Risky's mode, she's gonna have all of her weapons.
Okay, then if Risky plays like Shantae from Pirate's Curse, I'll be happy. But I didn't miss the dancing.
I can't wait for Bolo mode in Half Genie Hero. Anybody? Bolo mode? No? Okay.
Bolo's kind of an idiot.
Well, I know. He's one of my favorite characters because he's an idiot. I'm really wondering what, like, Roddy... Well, Sky could probably use her bird, but, like, I have no idea how Roddy Tops is going to play when they get to that. You called dibs on Half Genie Hero, right, Ryan?
Yep.
Okay. Cool.
Do we have any sort of release date on that?
No.
2016.
Yeah, probably. It's a Kickstarter game. They almost every Kickstarter game gets delayed. It's just part of the territory.
Hell, do we even have a release date for Mighty Number 9?
No, Mighty Number...
Sometime this year.
Mighty Number 9 is had kind of a weird production, and I don't know. I've kind of stopped caring about it, to be perfectly honest. But it
did kind of go under the radar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, what was really weird was that they started up another crowdfunding thing for, like, extra stuff that they were, like, a TV show or like, I don't know what the hell they were trying to do. But they did that before the game was even out, and I was just like, guys, you should finish one thing before moving on to another.
Get the game out first before you start making merchandise.
Yeah.
Let's not become Peter Molyneux here. Let's not become Peter Molyneux here.
Nobody should become Peter Molyneux.
Finally done.
There you go.
It's odd, but that feels so much longer when you're playing it.
At this point, I already had pretty much set up similar to Ted. No, because I grinded a bit. Ted did not. I had triple pike balls at this time.
I actually you guys are probably going to disagree with me on this. I prefer double pike balls to triple pike balls because they triple pike balls eat up your magic so much quicker.
Yeah, I can see that. It hits that balance between damage output and efficiency, ammo efficiency rather.
So I don't actually get triple pike balls in this playthrough.
I thought there was enough magic potions to go around that I didn't really notice. And I also got that upgrade that refills your magic meter slowly as you're.
I already have
around.
this, but I prioritize hair upgrades to pike balls. Just because.
No, I didn't get any hair upgrades at all because I didn't really feel a difference at all.
No, it's a lot.
Well,
if you compare level 1 to fully upgraded, there's a huge difference, dude.
Yeah, well, a pike balls is all about damage output, but you can still hair whip while you're using the pike balls. So if you upgrade your attack speed and go with double pike balls, you can put out a lot of damage.
Yeah, and it's basically it's more efficient in my practice, but you know.
Yeah, but 3 is more than 2.
Okay, you don't get.
You can't say 2 is more than 3. That's wrong.
You and your math.
So you beat it a second time and you get magic jet.
Oh yeah. Also, we dropped the seal last time we were in there, so you got to pick it up again.
Oh, I left my keys.
Okay. Ah,
Yeah.
man, but that is the thing that actually killed my motivation, is because I know I'm gonna want to go through the battle tower a second time now, before leaving this area, because I don't want to backtrack to get that magic jam.
Oh well,
But
no,
I
you have to
I don't
you
want
have to backtrack to this area anyway because you see that rock, you gotta blow up that rock. So
excellent.
so yeah, you
Excellent.
can wait if
But
you
I was
really
like,
want to.
I was just like, I don't want to wait to get this later because, but at the same time, I know I want to get it now, but I don't want to get it now. I don't want to go through that again. So I just turned off the game and like, later.
Don't bother doing it a third time because after you get the magic gem, every time you beat the battle tower, you just get a big gem. Like I think it's like 100 gems or something. So,
I think a regular, like a big gem. Are you talking about the square ones?
yeah, the square
I
ones.
think that's worth 20.
No, that can't be worth 20. Okay, you get a lot of gems is basically what's
Yeah,
going
because
on.
when you whip the dog, you would know this if you hit the dog. You get 5 big ones, and that's 100 gems total.
Oh,
So
Okay, well, I don't remember. It's been a while since I bothered going through that place 3 times. It is fun to plow through once you get used to it, though. I guess it's more fun when you look at it as a minigame than as a dungeon.
especially if you know the trick. For some reason or another in this game, if you manage to hit enemies on the very frame they spawn, most of the time it's an instant kill.
Wait, what?
Yeah, this applies to the Nagas, the Sand Golems, any big creature in general. If you manage to hit them as they're spawning in, on the very frame they materialize, you kill them instantly.
Is that
And
a
it is
glitch?
a thing, because I don't know if it's a glitch, if it was intentional or not, but it is a thing, because I've done it plenty of times in the battle tower. Yeah, I had the triple pike balls on standby. I was hovering above where they were spawning, and as soon as they materialized, bam, they instantly went.
Okay, well, I wish I knew that because that would have made my battle tower times an awful lot faster, especially when it comes to what's it's called, the huge dudes, the iron guys, whatever the hell they're called.
Man, just watching these guys drop to the pike balls is so satisfying for some reason.
I think they do a thing like Symphony of the Night where every bad guy has their own death animation, which is great. Also, yeah, I'm almost positive there was another dungeon where you actually got the elephant, but they just put him in a random cave in the forest for some reason.
Yeah, really odd that I didn't get the elephant power up in the second tower. I was expecting to get the upgrade. I thought that's what the award was going to be when I finished the battle tower. But you get the magic seal. I'm out of there. No upgrade. I was like, oh, that's a little weird.
Yeah, it is weird. Man. It's always so sad when such a good game winds up being unfinished. I'm sorry. I have to have to say it. It's
Yeah, I think it would have been a better game if it was that. That's what I've always thought is like when I first played Shantae's Rescue's Revenge, I'm pretty sure I was like a 10 subscriber YouTuber at that time. Like I've said, I would really love this game if it were like a full release, I think, or something to that effect. I didn't, at that point, though, I was a dumb teenager, so I wasn't really able to think, oh, this game got cut down. I was just like, I wish it were bigger, so
yeah.
Yeah, so.
Yeah, just video games look different when you start constantly critiquing them. And I don't just mean like making comments on YouTube videos about what you think of a game. I mean like commentating, doing video reviews, all that kind of stuff. You just start to look at things differently.
To be honest, I wish I could turn it off. It's really annoying.
Sometimes I do too. Sometimes I do too.
I think it's easier to do if it's a game you really, really enjoy, though.
I know it's possible. It's just, sometimes I get into
Well, but no game, at the same time, no game's perfect.
I'm pretty
And
sure
often, more
Tetris is
often
perfect, John.
And more often than not, when we critique stuff, even with the games we really like, unless it's something horrible like a bad game, we can usually chalk them up to nitpicks.
Yeah.
And nitpicks don't detract from a game's overall quality unless there's a whole lot of them. Then otherwise, that's probably a big problem. But nitpicking is what we do. It's what we've always done.
So anyway,
Oh,
time for a coffee run.
A rumph.
So,
Ryan, I'd like mine with cream, no sugar.
Hey, you're the lackey here, Ted. You get it.
Oh,
No, you're the lackey here. We'll get our coffee.
So,
I think Lewis is gonna want a latte.
oh, I thought that was some random thing. They're actually doing a coffee run in game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Well, actually, I love that line. You don't have to do it, but you're not gonna beat the game if you don't. So.
Oh man.
So yeah,
You
next
win
time we
this
head to
round,
Starbucks.